Hello, my name is Elliot. I took up the MES scholarship back in 2014 and now I work here at MES. Today, let me bring us on a tour around to learn more about our organization and what we do. So allow me to share a bit about myself and why I chose this scholarship. When the global financial crisis happened during my schooling days, it left a deep impression on me as to how close a crisis could hit home. Many people in Singapore suffered when financial markets crashed and our economy went into a recession. Subsequently, I took up the scholarship to study law at the National University of Singapore. And because of MES's unique role as a central bank, financial regulator, and financial center developer, a diversity of disciplines is very much valued at MES and seen as a strength. Jia Rong is also someone who's on a scholarship with MES, and we've known each other since we were university students. So since you're here with us, Jia Rong, I'm sure that our students will be keen to know about your experience with MES. I understand that you started out as an economist here. Would you like to share with them?
Yeah, so after graduation, I started in the Macroprudential Surveillance Department, focusing on how climate risks could affect financial institutions under a range of different scenarios. Just last year, I moved to the Monetary and Domestic Markets Management Department as part of a team that helps implement Singapore's exchange rate-centered monetary policy and manage Singapore's banking system liquidity.
I see. And this market function that you speak of works closely with the Economic Policy Group, right?
Yep, that's right. So our colleagues in the Economic Policy Group help to formulate the monetary policy stance, whereas my team will help to implement the policy on a day-to-day basis by intervening in the foreign exchange market if needed.
Yeah, so I see that you've been in the central banking function, and I myself have also been in the regulatory function in MES. Now there is actually a third function that MES performs, which is developmental and sustainability work. So Gillian is our Assistant Managing Director of the Development and International Group. She's also our Chief Sustainability Officer.
We are actually in charge of developing Singapore's financial centre, developing vibrant financial markets, and we also help shape MES's international policies. I also have a sustainability part of my work, and that's really about building sustainable finance in Singapore, making sure that we have the right enablers and the right ecosystem to be able to be a leading centre for sustainable finance in Asia and indeed globally. Most of all, I think for us to be successful, we absolutely need the right talent and manpower for this.
So if you have a word of advice for our students today, what would that be?
Well, I think I would first share that I spent more than a decade in the legal service before I joined MES. So I think the lesson that we can take away from all of this is that you can actually be a market developer, someone who works in sustainability or someone who works in international strategy, and really come from any background. I think the most important thing is to read widely and be interested in a range of issues. So for example, you can't just say, I want to be a fixed income specialist. You need to understand how trends like AI or sustainability can actually affect your asset class. And if you understand that well, then you can shape and design strategies for growth in that area. So I think, all in all, just be a creative problem solver, be ready to listen carefully and engage widely with industry stakeholders so that we can find win-win solutions and roll out industry collaborations. I really enjoy my work, actually, as you can tell.
I can totally tell that, and that sounds really exciting and really meaningful. I think there's so many opportunities to learn in this space.
Yes, indeed, yeah. Hey, but how about you, Elliot? I haven't seen you for a while. I heard that you changed departments, is that true?
Yes, indeed I have. So I was in the banking supervision for 4 years, where my team and I supervise banks for their safety and soundness and how they treat their customers as well. And now that I've moved on to the payments department into a more policy-related role, my team looks at the regulatory frameworks for payment services in Singapore, which is a very fast-growing industry. So this is where we have to be on top of all the risks that are emerging in this industry, but still promoting responsible innovation.
But I'm curious, you did banking supervision and now you're doing payments policy. Do you find that some of the lessons and the expertise you picked up in the first posting is actually helpful for what you're doing now?
Yes, absolutely. So when I was doing banking supervision, we actually spoke with the banks very often to try to understand their operational concerns with implementing MES's policies. Now that I'm in the payments department doing a policy-related role, I think I'm constantly being reminded that we need to consider how MES's policies are being rolled out on the ground.
That's true.
And especially in the other aspect of work that my team does, which is to combat scams in Singapore, we really have to see how our measures are working on the ground to help protect Singaporeans' livelihoods. So I'm really excited about my work.
It's really meaningful work, and I love that you're scaffolding your different skills, from the earlier posting to what you're doing now. It's a really great way to learn on the job and through your various postings.
Thanks for the affirmation, Gillian.
Yeah, no, it's really good to see you.
Good to see you.
Unfortunately, I do need to run. I have a meeting, but let's catch up again soon.
Yeah, let's catch up. Now, let me see you out.
Oh, great, thanks.
And on this last stop of our tour, we have Elevate, a staff gathering hub with hangout areas, our library, collaborative spaces, and our staff gym. To help our staff keep healthy, this gym is in our workspace and is available for us to use. Just one example of work-life effectiveness at MAS. At MAS, we work hard, but we also play hard. I run the football special interest group here, and there are many other special interest groups to choose from. So that's all, folks. I hope you found the sharings by Jia Rong, Gillian, and myself helpful. If you'd like to find out more about MAS and our scholarships, please visit our website